Are you an empty nester now and need to downsize? Are you thinking of selling your current home but just worried you can't find something else? Well, it's time to choose Chip. I'm looking to be your trusted advisor in real estate. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Oh, hello, Brian. Johnny B here, folks. Great to be back, and great to have my sidekick, Avent Gabby Hayes Lane. You look more and more like him with that beard.
It's like...
you do a good one. Let's hear it.
Oh, you golden idiot. We're going to hit him off at the pass, Roy.
Yeah, I see it. He's good at
And
it.
he's got to have his teeth out, you know.
That's right.
But we're going to hit him off at the pass. By the way, where is the pass?
I think we passed it.
Well, we're a little wet this morning.
Oh, yeah, it's damp, but that's good. Well, we needed the rain here. I know it's terrible for a lot of folks in a lot of places, and God bless them, and prayers go out. But, boy, I tell you, we were so dry.
Yeah, everybody be careful out there.
But be careful.
I was telling Avon, I don't know if you heard this, but I was telling him that I've got a nephew that lives in Waycross, Georgia, which is down near
I was over here
Blackshear. And
said it's his first hurricane or something. I heard you say.
It was. Now his wife grew up down there, and also, you know, that was one thing. And I just said I wanted to check in with you. I'm assuming y'all are without power. He said 0 stars out of 10 recommended. And he said his wife said, you know, it wasn't any different than a tornado. And he said, yeah, if a tornado lasted 12 hours.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Think about it.
So, yeah.
Incredible.
He said he felt like the walls were shaking and the doors were shaking. There was so much wind outside.
I tell you, that's scary. So, Brian, who or what is first?
That's First National Bank of Middle Tennessee.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Good for you. So, Brian, yesterday, September 26, 1925, Martin David Robinson was born. Do you know who we're talking about?
Martin David Robinson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was his name through his entire life. He never legally changed it. But can you kind of think about that and extrapolate from it what his stage name might have been? Martin David Robinson.
Johnny B.
Yeah, I like the word extrapolating Martin.
Yeah. His stage name became Marty Robbins.
Pretty Woman? No, that's Roy Orbison.
That's Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
El Paso.
El Paso. That was the one I was trying to think.
That's the one. Even the folks who I played all the Marty Robbins songs all these years. And by the way, I'm going to send you a copy of the play. I've written Act 1 of my stage play, I Remember Marty. I'd like to get your critique on it.
Yeah. Well, have you got any actors in mind?
Not yet. I'm still toying with a one-man play kind of idea. If I could get all the backing stuff,
that'd be cool.
You know, like a souped-up high-tech karaoke thing or something. You know.
Oh, so you could just gonna do it
I'm
by
thinking
yourself.
about it. I'm thinking. I don't know yet. I've got to put together some more songs for Act 1. Then I got to do Act 2, which will be the bulk of his adult life, you know, and all that. But
so you are going to play Marty Robbins?
Yes, Lord willing. And it's one of my 3 bucket list things, and I've really been working hard on it lately, and I've made a lot of ground, and I think you'll find it pretty cool the way I tell the story of how I first saw him and what happened that night to make that happen. So anyway, but he passed away December 8th, 1982. He's only 57 years of age. American singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, NASCAR racing driver. Did you know that, Brian?
He had a racetrack out the New Nashville Highway. Well, they don't call it New Nashville Highway anymore. That tells you how old I am.
That's Old
Smyrna?
Nashville Highway now.
Up near Smyrna, maybe?
Yeah, about halfway down. There used to be a VFW out there, and the racetrack was right there next to it. And it was like a midget racing course. He put it in there and everything.
I think you've told me that before. I'd forgot.
Yeah, it's
he did own a restaurant out in Smyrna called Rosa's Cantina for a while.
That's right.
And so I thought it might have been near there. I didn't know, but
Yeah.
But this is what got me playing music, folks. This man got me playing music, and I remember my wife at the time, Pat, and I were at my dad's house, where I grew up. My house, my dad and mom's house, my house, childhood home. On that night, December 8th, 1982, when the news came on that he died, I cried like a baby. I mean, sobbed. He was having his second attempted heart bypass operation and never recovered. Lived about 5 days after the surgery. And Country Music Hall of Fame, Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame, renowned, versatile artist, Marty Robbins. Grew up in abject poverty, Brian, in the Arizona desert, Glendale, Arizona. Dad was a alcoholic, shiftless bum, and eventually divorced, and his mom. But man, he went off to World War II in the Navy. After that, he taught himself to play guitar while in the Navy, and came back and got popular around there. And then guess who discovered him? Who was out in Arizona in that area playing one time and discovered Marty. You'll never guess who discovered him.
Oh.
Little Jimmy Dickens.
Ah, that little booger.
He did. So, we'll do his second number one hit. He wrote and recorded this in 1957. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all dressed up for the dance. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all alone in romance. Once you told me long ago to the prom with me you'd go. Now you've changed your mind, it seems. Someone else will hold my dreams. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm in a blue moon. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all dressed up for the dance. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm all alone in romance.
Tell me more.
Once you told me long ago to the prom with me you'd go. Now you've changed your mind, it seems. Someone else will hold my dreams. A white sport coat and a pink carnation. I'm in a blue mood.
Yeah.
A lot of folks will remember that tune. If they can't remember Marty Robbins, they'll remember his songs, I tell you.
I was looking at my graduation picture, and I'm sitting there with a white sport coat.
Yeah.
And that little.
Did you have a
bow
pink
tie.
carnation?
Well, I did when I went to the prom.
Cool. What was I going to say? Went right out of my head. But he was when he first started. He was kind of rockabilly in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had a big hit on that song. That's All Right, Mama.
That's all right, Mama.
It's all
Well, you know,
right,
Elvis was a kicking man. And,
I know.
And everybody, and rock and everything comes out of blues and comes out of country.
And Elvis, of course,
it comes out of gospel.
And Elvis recorded Marty's song, "You Gave Me a Mountain."
Oh man, what a song!
Frankie Lane had the first big hit on it, but so we're going to move up to we're going to go up pretty quickly to his signature album and signature song of 1959. The album was Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. I still have 2 copies of this album.
I've got
You got one?
a copy.
I have 2. One has never been opened. Still in the cellophane.
One thing to do about that, don't open it, but split the cellophane and so it'll
breathe.
Because if you don't,
might warp it.
It'll shrink and warp.
Well, I will do that. I will do that. But this is a song that was never released as a single, and other singers out there will know what I'm talking about. There are just certain songs you just absolutely love to sing. This is one of them. I heard this on his album. It never was released as a single, but the signature song from that album we'll get to right after it, Lord willing. But I want to do this song he wrote and recorded, 1959, for the album. They're Hanging Me Tonight. I got to get the tempo right, man, David.
Okay, take your time. I like people that prepare.
Yeah, I want to get it right in my head. I hear the rain a-comin' down. It makes me sad and blue. 'Twas on a rainy night like this that Flo said we were through. I told her how I loved her and I begged her not to go, but another man had stole her heart, so I said goodbye to Flo. I said goodbye to Flo. Alone within my cell tonight, my heart is filled with fear. The only sound within the room is the falling of each tear. I think about the thing I've done. I know it wasn't right. They'll bury Flo tomorrow, but they're hanging me tonight. They're hanging me tonight. That night he came and took my Flo and headed into town. I knew I'd have to find this man and try to gun him down. As I walked by a dim cafe and I looked through the door, I saw my Flo with her new love, and I couldn't stand no more. No, I couldn't stand no more. I took my pistol from my hip, and with a trembling hand, I took the life of pretty Flo and that good-for-nothing man. That good-for-nothing man. I think about the thing I've done. I know it wasn't right. They'll bury Flo tomorrow, but they're hanging me tonight. They're hanging me tonight. Yeah. Pretty incredible song. Ooh. Written by Marty. He was just a young feller at the time. So
hanging
we're gonna
me tonight.
Hey,
that kind of reminds me of that Long Black Veil kind of same kind of story.
Absolutely.
And
got a capo up here.
I'm sure he probably covered Long Black Veil.
I don't think he did.
Well,
I've listened. I think I got about every album he did.
Well, I mean, he probably did it live or something somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But
did a lot of songs live that he.
And you know, one thing, Marty wasn't a bad race car driver.
No.
He was good, pretty good.
He got Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
He won NASCAR Rookie of the Year one year when he first hit the circuit.
We were talking about racing around here back in those years. The Smyrna Raceway, if you don't remember that, do you, John?
No.
You were still in Nashville then.
Yeah, I was a little whippersnapper.
But that place was, they had a quarter-mile track, And it was real close to where the midget track was, the same down there by the.
Well, I thought it would have to be, yeah.
Yeah, right by over in this side. Man, it was exciting. They had those where the cars would go around and cross back over each other. Oh man!
Interesting thing, El Paso.
Oh yeah.
I've lost count of how many times I've been playing music somewhere, and someone would come up and, what are you playing now? I said, I'm playing Marty Robbins. They go, who's that? I said, out in the West Texas. Oh, I know that song. Here's what's interesting about this song, Ava. He swears he wrote it. I think he was driving to El Paso with his family. Wrote it in the car, I think. He says he wrote it in the same amount of time it takes to play it. The words and images were coming to him so fast, he was writing as fast as he could. The song's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds long.
Uh-huh.
Columbia Records. Now, back then, today it's very common, but back then, don't think about a song over 3 minutes getting radio play.
It was 3 minutes.
So they've basically demanded he do a truncated, shortened version. And they released this. It was on the album, but as a single, they released it as a double A-side. Long version, A-side, shorter version.
Ah.
And when it got out there to play, though, but guess what? Guess what happened?
The long version was the one
the
that
DJs
took off.
and the public wanted nothing to do with the short version. It was the number one. It was the long version that got to be number one on the country charts, simultaneously number one on the pop charts, won the Grammy that year, his first Grammy, Country and Western Song of the Year, and the rest is history.
Wow.
So we're going to do it. And
Boy, that'd be a record to keep a lookout for. That that was on Columbia
Records, and
that was on the 45.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's the LP, and then the 45 single. And 33 and what is it? 33 and a third LP.
Yeah, LP long play.
And the 45s.
45
singles.
And that was
single
A
45s.
side and B side on the 45. You just had a single on each side.
So that shortened version has faded into non-existence, which I love because it was just such a it was such a travesty to the song.
Right, you just getting into it, just a good taste of it, and then it stops.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me in Rosa's cantina, music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I loved. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden. Down went his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. The handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed I had done. Many thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Rosa's I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run. Up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso out to the Badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso, my life would be worthless. Everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden. My love is stronger than my fear of death. I saddled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet will find me. Tonight nothing's worse than this pain in my heart. So at last here I am on the hill overlooking El Paso. I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward. Down off the hill to Felina I go. But off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left ride a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me. I have to make it to Rosa's back door. But something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in the saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise where I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by 2 loving arms that I'll die for, one little kiss and Felina, goodbye. And with that, we'll take a little break.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hull at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Washington is broken, and not just a little. Radical left elitists have betrayed our country, trading common sense for woke politics. An unchecked invasion at the southern border, China buying up U.S. farmland. Historic inflation that has American families fighting to survive, all while the left gives trillion-dollar handouts. It's bad, but without leaders like Marsha Blackburn, it would be worse. Marsha Blackburn has never been afraid to take on the woke mob or her own party. That's why Marsha led the fight to make sure Tennessee is never burdened with a state income tax. Now Marsha is fighting every day to restore sanity in Washington and to protect the rights of Tennesseans. Marsha Blackburn is more than the leadership we need in the Senate. She's the leadership that will save America for the next generation. Marsha Blackburn, real strength for Tennessee.
I'm Marsha Blackburn, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Marsha for Senate.
Alan Butcher was one of many local residents who only went to Adams Place.
Of course, Adams Place, in my mind, is the premier senior care facility, not only in Murfreesboro, but in the immediate area. We're very happy here and so glad we came.
Hi, this is Terry Deal at Adams Place. Call me for more information about Adams Place. Phone 615-904-9111.
Adams Place on Memorial, across from Walmart.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and Americare Pest Control.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable.
It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
For over 77 years, you've looked to WGNS as your source for local news. You still do, and we thank you. Hey, would you like to learn more about our community? Well, head on over to the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse this Saturday morning from 9 to noon. Members of the Rutherford County Historical Society will be there, and they'll be talking local history. It's all free, including the coffee and donuts. That's 9 to noon this Saturday at the Ransom Schoolhouse, 717 North Academy Street in Murfreesboro. Don't forget the Red Cross is still critically low on blood. Please give the gift of life. The Borough International Festival is this Sunday from 11 in the morning until 5 in the evening. It'll be at MTSU's Student Union Courtyard this Sunday. The Rutherford County Library System is offering free computer classes every week, and that's over at the Technology Engagement Center on Minerva Drive. For information, get in touch with our Rutherford County Public Library System. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
A wind advisory is in effect this afternoon. We'll have showers of thunderstorms that could produce heavy rainfall with cloudy skies and a high near 72 and new rainfall amounts in excess of 4 inches are possible. I'm meteorologist Jay Marzik on News Radio WGNS. Right now it's 68 degrees.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios. Take control of your account management and energy consumption with the MyMTE app. Download from the App Store and manage your account, improve your energy habits, and more. MTE, serving to make life better since 1936.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Hey, we're back. Honey B and Avon Lane. Brian, you picked the wrong song to come in, and you picked a 4.5 minute long song. I know you were coming in to take a break.
I was assuming the short version.
he came in right as we started El Paso. I said, hey, he better go back and sit down for a while.
I wondered why he was smiling. Hey, I saw you on TV last night, buddy, and kind of watched your show about the
sports, primetime sports.
About the war. Well, I watched the sports.
Was that the Twilight Zone?
Excellent job, Ben. Just wonderful.
Twilight Zone, yeah.
Now, even an interesting thing about El Paso, Marty wrote 2 sequels. He was actually writing a third sequel, a 4th version, entitled The Mystery of Old El Paso when he passed away. So we'll never have it. But we do have the trifecta of the trilogy. The first sequel was in 1966, Felina. Tells the story.
Yeah, that's a long song.
That song's about 8 minutes and 40 seconds long. So Columbia would not even consider that one being released. But you know what's interesting about today? You got guys like Bob Dylan, they release songs that are 10 minutes long, as singles. But back then, unheard. So Felina, I did it last night on my live stream. We're going to skip it today because it takes too long. But we're going to go to the second sequel 10 years later, 1976, El Paso City, which became a #1 hit for Marty Robbins.
I didn't know that became. I remember the song, but
it was #1. From 30,000 feet above the desert floor, I see you there below.
Whoops.
A city with a legend, West Texas city of El Paso, where long ago I heard a song about a Texas cowboy and a girl, and a little place called Roses where we used to go and watch this beauty world. I don't recall who sang the song, but I recall the story that I heard. And as I look down on the city, I remember each and every word. The singer sang about a jealous cowboy and the way he used a gun to kill another cowboy. Then he had to leave El Paso on the run. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. The cowboy lived and rode away, but love was strong, he couldn't stay. He rode back just to die in that El Paso sand. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. I try not to let you cross my mind, but still I find there's such a mystery in the song that I don't understand. My mind is down there somewhere as I fly above the badlands of New Mexico. I can't explain why I should know the very trail he rode back to El Paso. Oh, can it be that man can disappear from life and live another time? And does the mystery deepen 'cause you think that you yourself lived in that other time? Somewhere in my deepest thoughts, familiar scenes and memories unfold. These wild and unexplained emotions that I've had so long, but I've never told. Like every time I fly up through the heavens and I see you there below, I get the feeling sometime in another world I lived in El Paso. El Paso City by the Rio Grande. Could it be that I could be the cowboy in this mystery that died there in that desert sand so long ago? El Paso City by the Rio Grande. A voice tells me to go and see, another voice keeps telling me maybe death awaits me in El Paso. El Paso City. Ooh, almost got choked up there. Incredible song. Even I know you were a big Breaking Bad fan.
Yeah.
You remember the last episode? You remember the title of the very last episode, right?
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
Felina.
That's right.
Felina.
Because he had that Marty Robbins cassette.
He found that he stole that car and it had a Marty Robbins cassette in it, and he starts playing it. And he's actually singing El Paso to himself as he's making that Gatling gun thing or whatever it was.
He was a happy man. Oh man, what a series that was. But he did, yeah. But I remember that on the last he would they played the theme Crystal Blue Persuasion, you know, and that was so like, oh, that's funny.
Is that after he was
ironic? Yeah, he was dying. He was dying
over there by that thing.
He was over by that big tank, just kind of patting the stainless steel, you know.
All right. So we're in the key of D for this incredible, iconic song. It was only a number 5, but hey, that's a big country hit, Ava. But I bet you'd be surprised that Big Iron was only a number 5.
Well, I thought it would have been, this thing. Everybody's, once they hear that, everybody goes, yeah, I've heard. I remember that.
Yeah. And then this is another Marty Robbins written and recorded song. He loved the Western ballads. To the town of Aqua Frida rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, for the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw loose and running, came a whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with that big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and those many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. He was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came there to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red, but the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, and it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from their windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play, and the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have gone on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Incredible song by Marty Robbins.
Where did we do that originally?
I think I've pretty much always done it in D, but I came up with a C.
That right there, that right there is in B.
No, I was playing C in the second fret. That's D.
Play that chord. Play your D chord if that's.
Yeah, but
that's 6.
Yeah.
That's in the minor.
Minor, yeah. It's in the minor.
Okay.
That's why I put the 6M on there. But
I wish you hadn't.
That I should have just done the 6 for numbers, right?
No, just put the key change. Put keys in and leave it alone.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
Well, that's good to know because I did put the numbers there.
Well, that when you had that minor thing, and I went to a minor, so I was playing it in a minor register.
Oh, I got you. Well, you did some kind of little
it was
underneath run there on something I was hearing. It sounded good to me.
Yeah,
it was like
that minor. It was a minor run.
You were doing some little pretty cool thing.
Yeah, it's a very subtle thing,
Yeah, it is so. But now this is a number one of his, 1961. Written, of course, and recorded by Marty Robbins. Now he's got a number one. He has 2 number ones, maybe 3. That
okay.
Because I don't think he wrote Ruby Ann. I don't think he wrote that. I'm not sure, but I don't think he wrote Ruby Ann.
Yeah.
That was a number one. But this is one he wrote and recorded in 1961. And I used to love to watch Marty on the Opry when he would do this song, and he did the same thing when he did Jeannie Seeley's song he had a big hit on, Love Me. When he would break into this falsetto on Love Me, it would just go way up. And he'd say, folks, now, I'm going to hit a high note here that it'll be so high you probably can't hear it. And he does something like that on the first line of the second chorus, and I'm going to try to do it.
I wonder what his range was. He was more than 4 octaves.
But I'm going to try to do this falsetto thing he does on the first line of the second chorus, folks. And the worst, because Avent is, I always say, the worst I can do is fail miserably.
Yeah.
Of course, you know this song made music history, right?
Oh, yeah. There was a
Tell
new,
the folks.
There was
Grady
a new,
Martin.
There was a new effect with...
it was accidental, though.
It was accidental.
It was Grady Martin.
And it started something that became into rock music big time, and you still hear it today. When it came around to the line, one of the lines.
Well, it's the lead break in between the two verses.
Right. There was an amplifier that started overdriving like crazy, and
had a faulty connection or something.
Well, the tube just went nuts, and it was just cranked out, and it made the first fuzz tone.
The first fuzz tone.
And the engineers and everything, from what I understand, they were going, well, let's do it again. And the producer says, no, let's leave it in there. And Marty said, yeah, that's kind of
Well, what's interesting, now tell me if I may be misremembering this, but I think Grady Martin was playing a 5-string bass.
That's what it was. It was
5-string bass.
A bass register.
And of course, when it was supposed to be something like, but it said it was, and Grady Martin wanted to re-record it. He was mortified. But Marty and the producer said, we're keeping that, and it made music.
Because it was all about clean, and bass was all about that.
And
so actually, it was bass. It was the bass that.
And Grady Martin has the outro.
Yeah. But I used to, when I did the honky tonkin with LB, I'd have a fuzz tone pedal just for that song.
I know it because it was so cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I think Shane's played some lead on. I think he's played the fuzz effect for us sometimes when we've done it.
Yeah, he's a master. He's a master.
Don't worry about me. It's all over now. Though I may be blue, I'll manage somehow. Love can't be explained. It can't be controlled. One day it's so warm, the next day it's cold. Don't pity me, 'cause I'm feeling blue. Don't be ashamed, it might have been you. Oh, love, kiss me one time, then go, love, I'll understand. Don't worry about me. Bring it, David. Sweet, sweet, sweet love. Nice job, baby. I want you to be as happy as I when you love me. I'll never forget you, your sweet memory. It's all over now. Don't worry about me. Here we go now. When one heart tells one heart, one heart goodbye, one heart is free, and one heart will cry. Oh, 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 sweet, sweet baby, sweet baby, sweet. It's alright.
Here we go.
Don't worry about me.
That's something about cats.
We'll be right back, folks.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to health care. And that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. That's because MediShare works. It has for more than 30 years. It's a community of Christians who have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Just call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Support First Shot at Autumn at the Alley. It will be held at Saddle Woods Farm on Franklin Road in Murfreesboro on Wednesday, September 25th from 6 until 9 p.m. It supports First Shot STEM Academy and Academic All-Stars initiatives. The night is a fantastic event with unique tastings from various spirit brands and great wines and food from the Alley on Main. Top the night off with a fabulous silent auction. Go to firstshottn.org for more information and see you at Autumn at the Alley September 25th.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee, and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
We're visiting with Jennifer Sanchez, manager of Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift at 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
You're not just walking into just a big warehouse, you're walking into rooms. We've got a media room, we've got a boutique room, we've got a vintage room, a furniture area, kitchen, all that.
Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift.
Every day you go in there, I promise you it's changing.
Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift, 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Online at steeredstraightthriftstore.org.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And we're back.
Hey, John.
Yes, hey, but Lane.
I need to tell the folks the musical stuff that's happening
Well,
around.
just rock on, Bobby, rock on.
Well, anyway, as a matter of fact, the rain has knocked it in the head out of Hop Springs. They got a circus that was going on. They're going to do it again. I mean, Saturday and Sunday. They were going to start on Thursday, but it's a circus, the real deal. You know, tents and the whole deal. And of course, the Hop Springs thing on Sunday.
Is it go tomorrow then?
Well, the way I understand it, they're going to keep it going. But and Sunday, the Hop Springs, the band that I play in there, We start at 2:30. The jam band, that's going to be going this Sunday. And then tomorrow, over in Unionville is Mop. What do they call that? Thomas Maupin. Remember the guy that you'd see him at Uncle Dave making days.
Dancer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Thomas, they has a festival over there, and it's like for dancers and stuff. I'll be doing that, backing up the Daniel Carwell, the Thomas's grandson, and if I got that right, and Rob Piercy's going to be playing. So we're going to do that. I don't know how, if the rain messes it up, I don't know. But that's on track.
Are you doing City Cafe tomorrow too?
No, I'm holding off because I got these
deal.
other things happening.
Well, break a leg several times this weekend.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. The
Cool.
mopping thing. I've been meaning to go to it, but that was a big element with Uncle Dave making days, and
Sure.
I think they're trying to resurrect it.
Good. Hope they do.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about this song. We're going to go back to 1962 and Marty Robbins' #1 hit, Ruby Ann. And it was a number 18 on the pop charts. This is that kind of rockabilly, almost rock and roll kind of song. And I'll have to look on Wikipedia after we leave here to see if he wrote it. I don't think he wrote it, but I hope I'm staying corrected. I said, the bass, you can love this song.
Yeah.
I know you will. I said hello to the man that tried to win your hand a long time ago. I tried to smile as he talked of the days when he was your beau. But I could see he was ashaming me when he talked of his wealth and fame. Ruby Ann took the hand of this poor man. Ain't true love a funny thing? A big man, you got money in your hands, so what? You're at a table for two, but still there's only you. Big shot. Well, your money can't buy, your power can't hold, you can't romance or your fame. Ruby Ann took the hand of this poor man. Ain't true love a funny thing? Play a little A-Vent. Big man, you got money in your hands, so what? You're at a table for two, but still there's only you. Big shot. Well, your money can't buy, your power can't hold, you can't romance or your fame. Ruby Ann took the hand of this poor man. Ain't true love a funny thing? Oh, Ruby Ann took the hand of his poor man. Ain't true love a funny thing?
I went, oh, you broke it. You broke something, John.
We're gonna sneak a song in here. We're gonna skip over to Marty's song that won him his second Grammy, and #1 song.
Oh, yeah.
Inspired by his lovely wife from Arizona. My woman, my wife. Let's see where we did with it. If I can find it before Brian gets in here and cuts us off.
He's out there like a shark.
Oh, there it is. Gotta play this in A, I think. A.
Okay, buddy. One sheet, two sheets.
It's just one.
Okay.
Hands that are strong but wrinkled, doing work that never gets done. Hair that's lost some of its beauty, by too many hours in the sun. Eyes that show some disappointment, and there's been quite a lot in her life. She's the foundation I lean on, my woman, my woman, my wife. Every day has been uphill. We climb, but we can't reach the top. I'm weak and I'm easily discouraged. She just smiles when I want to stop. Lips that are weary but tender, with love that strengthens my life. A saint in a dress made of gingham, my woman, my woman, my wife. 2 little babies were born in the spring, but died when the winter was new. I lost control of my mind and my soul, but my woman's faith carried us through. When she reaches that river, Lord, you know what she's worth. Oh, give her that mansion up yonder. She's been through hell here on earth. Oh Lord, give her my share of heaven. If I've earned any here in this life, 'cause God, I believe she deserves it. My woman, my woman, my wife. Well, we got it done, Ava.
Yeah.
Brian's still not here.
That's such a good song.
Well, we'll just start another one real quick.
That's
Among My Souvenirs. This is a song he did not write. I know it was written in 1927. He was only 2 years old.
Yeah, this is
Connie Francis had a big hit in 59. Marty brings it out in 76, and it was 16th and final #1, his last #1.
That's a great song.
Abe, I got to confess this. I confessed it, folks, last night. To this day, I still do, but back then, back when I was a kid, I had a crush on Connie Francis. It was just
of
my
course.
gosh. And she's still living. She's still living.
Remember that tune, Who's Sorry Now?
Yes.
That's from the 20s.
She was so gorgeous and such a wonderful voice.
Yeah.
Or it still is. I mean, she's alive. There's nothing left for me of days that used to be. I live in memory among my souvenirs. Some letters tied in blue, a photograph or two. I see a rose from you among my souvenirs. A few more tokens rest within my treasure chest, and though they do their best to give me consolation, I count them all apart. And as the teardrops start, I find a broken heart among my souvenirs. A few more tokens rest within my treasure chest, and though they do their best to give me consolation, I count them all apart, and as the teardrops start, I find a broken heart among my souvenirs. Brian, you were just a little bit late. I started a song. I'm sorry.
I know. It's one of the, it wasn't the short version either.
No, it wasn't. We're gonna get out of here, folks. Thank you so much, Brian. Thanks
Be
for letting us
careful out
encroach
there,
on your
y'all.
time. Be safe. God bless.